Hello, I'm Peter Marzano.
This is Gabby Marzano.
This is Postgame coverage of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, while I wasn't alive and Gabby obviously wasn't alive either, looking at scores, this is sort of like a mid-'80s playoff game.
Look, I could have swore I saw Tim Kerr and Dennis Savard out there on the ice.
Yeah, you know, it's sort of reminiscent of that, but it was the Philadelphia Flyers that scored first. Now, Philadelphia had to scramble in front of the net, and they just poked it home. How do you think this affected the Chicago gameplay after this?
They realized that they needed to step it up and start scoring goals.
Yeah, now, in the keys of the cup, I pointed that Michael Leighton might actually face some tough weapons, and turned out to be correct. The Hawks scored two quick ones right after. Troy Brouwer scored on a scramble in front of the net for the Hawks, and Dave Bolin put home a shorthanded goal on a breakaway. Now, how's the Hawks penalty kill been doing throughout not only the regular season but also the postseason?
Good. It's like just one mistake leads to a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, Chicago led the NHL in shorthanded goals and are doing the same in the postseason. They're a really great shorthanded team. And you know you're a good shorthanded team when Jonathan Taves and Marian Hossa are your shorthanded forwards. Now, but the Flyers, they're not done. They get two back, one of them in the last minute. Now, usually when you allow a goal in the last minute, it seems like take out a lot of momentum going into the next period. How do you think the Hawks responded to this, which they did? So, in the intermission, what do you think Joel Quenneville's message was? Just, keep on tightening up and get the defense going.
Yeah.
Now, they did just that. Patrick Sharp responded very early in the second, and he was able to put it up to tie up the game at 3. So 6 goals throughout 21 minutes definitely tells you something. This is not a typical 2010 playoff game. But the Flyers regained the lead just around 3 minutes after, and I think Niemi, this was the only goal that I think he was at fault for. But how do you think Niemi did in this game?
Very well. Lots of nice saves.
Yeah, he made key saves at the right time, but I think the defense could be blamed for most of the goals.
Yes.
Now, Versteeg tied it for the Hawks. What type of postseason has Chris Versteeg had this year?
Good.
Yeah, he's already scored one huge goal against Vancouver. He won that game. So Chris Versteeg's been doing really good, and then Troy Brouwer tallies again later. So how about Troy Brouwer? 2 goals in this game. How do you think he did?
Very good.
Yeah, Troy Brouwer's he's been doing really great lately. Now, I don't know if she's gonna go down again. Sorry, Dunks. He's already lost his teeth. There goes his head. Okay, he's more like Duncan Ted. Teeth and head.
Okay, definitely keep going.
So, wow, she's sticking up. So the Flyers do end up tying it up late in the second. So this shows that Chicago's allowed 2 game-tying or leading goals late in the first 2 periods. Do you think Joel Quenneville is angry at his team at second intermission for allowing another late goal?
Maybe somewhat.
Yeah. So how about Tomas Kopecky? He's been taken out of the lineup. But Andrew Ladd was hurt in the last game of the Western Conference Finals, so Tomas Kopecky took a spot, and he proved that he deserves to be there. He scored the winning goal. So, do you think Kopecky has a spot in the lineup for the next game?
My opinion, yes.
Yeah, Tomas Kopecky definitely deserves it. So, a winning goal. So Tomas Kopecky's been doing real good, but how about Dustin Byfuglien? Been having an outstanding postseason. He was definitely restricted by Chris Pronger. So, do you think Byfuglien had problems getting to the net?
Somewhat, yeah.
So, do you think the Pronger-Buff matchup will intensify later in the series?
Yeah, I think it should.
It definitely should. Goaltending-wise, now, like I said in the keys to the cup, Michael Leighton was definitely a possible liability for Philadelphia, and it happened. So, Michael Leighton allowed 5 goals on 20 shots. So it's definitely not Stanley Cup Final-esque. You need to get a little better. So Michael Leighton has been announced a starter for the next How do you think the Hawks are going to play against Michael Leighton in Game 2? Are they going to how are they going to play in general? Do you think they're going to be a more offensively minded team, or are they going to try and restrict the Flyers?
I say restrict the Flyers.
Why do you think that? Because there was a big offensive game in Game 1?
Yeah.
So Antiniemi on the other end played pretty good. However, he did allow one goal. I believe that was the fourth goal. That I think had to go on his shoulder there. But besides that, Antiniemi was playing in front of a pretty lackluster defense. You know, that defense has been great all postseason, but they sort of put their foot off the gas pedal in this one. Philadelphia and Chicago will take the Ice Game 2 on Monday. You can tweet us at Hawks pre and post. And I'm Peter Marzano.
Gabby Marzano.
This is it.